Lethal Company, a game that has very recently blown up like crazy. Like, seriously, I can't go on one social media app and not see at least one clip from this game. But it's for good reason. This game's really fun and creates some awesome moments without even trying. Today, I want to talk to you guys about the game and go over some of the basics and give you a quick beginner's guide to playing Lethal Company, because this game gives you quite literally no tutorial. Keep in mind while watching, I'm by no means an expert at this game and I'm literally just a guy who likes playing it. First thing I'll be talking about is the ship. This is where you'll spawn at the beginning of each run. The most important thing in the ship is a computer. Everything you do starts here. On here, you can type in help and you'll see a list of topics that you can look at. Starting from the top, you have the moons. On this tab, you can see all the maps that the game currently has to offer. These are split up into 3 sections. Ignore the company building for now, we will get back to that soon. The first section has experimentation, assurance, and vow. These are going to be your easy-ish maps. No map in this game is really easy, but these are the best of the worst. Next you have offense and march. These are your medium difficulty maps. Then you have rend, dine, and titan. These are the big guys. You have to pay to get these maps, and they are not necessarily cheap. These maps are all incredibly hard, with Titan being the absolute hardest. Next is the weather effects that these maps can have. First is rainy. It's pretty self-explanatory, it will be raining outside when you get there. Then you have stormy. Here, there will be rain, but also lightning. If you're holding metallic items outside when it's storming, you will be struck by lightning and die, so don't do that. Then you have foggy. When a map is foggy, they don't mean it's just a little foggy. They mean you can't see at all outside. Then there's flooded. You will most likely drown, so please don't try to swim. Finally, you have eclipsed. Don't. Just don't go anywhere when it's eclipsed. This just means that there are more dangerous things spawning everywhere outside, and you will definitely have a hard time doing things without dying. I don't think I've ever had a good experience on any planet that's been eclipsed so far. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the company building. Here you will see the company building and what % they're buying at. This is where you will sell all of the loot that you get from going to other planets. You have 3 days to meet the quota, and the % goes up with each day. So on the last day of your quota, they will be buying at 100%. So I recommend selling here so you get the most profit you possibly can. The next category on the computer is the store. The store has everything you could possibly need to help you survive when you are out and about. Here, you will use the money you get from selling your goods at the company building and buy things like flashlights. When you want to buy something, simply type what you want, and if you want more than one, you put the number you want to buy next to it. Then you type in confirm, and it'll buy it. After buying something, you may be wondering where you get it. Well, after you buy something, if you're on a moon, a small ship will land nearby to your ship. The location is different on each map, and sometimes you might not know where to look. So the ship plays this song so you can hear where it is. When you go to it, hit the E button to open it and collect what you bought. The Bestiary I personally never use, but you can look and learn more about the creatures that are trying to kill you if you scan them with right-click when you are in the bunker. All of their information will be sent here. Storage is used to hold things to customize your ship. If you go up to something like the beds in your ship and press B, you can pick it up and move it around. You will also see the option to send it to storage if you want to clear up some space in your ship. Then you could go to storage and bring it back out if you want. Then you have the Other tab, which I only use the scan option, which shows you how much stuff you're missing on the planet. Now that you've familiarized yourself with the ship, you're ready to start a game. But before we do that, I'm going to ask one thing of you. If you enjoy the video and want to see more, please subscribe. I mean, just look at that statistic. Please help. It would mean a lot to me because I'm trying to reach 500 by the new year, which means I only have about a month. Thanks. In order to start the game, you select the moon on the computer and go to it. Then you go to this lever on your desk and hold E to start the game. Your ship will then land on the planet of your choice. When you land, the door will open and you can explore the outside world. Out here on most planets, there will be some things that want to kill you, but not that many, so you shouldn't really be worried as long as you're going straight to the bunker and back. Unless it's getting dark. If it's getting dark, run. You will want to find the main entrance to the bunker by right-clicking to scan. It's on a different location on each map, so you might have to walk around a bit before you find it. When you eventually find it, hold E on the door and you're in. The bunker is basically just a bunch of rooms that are randomly generated and put together. This makes a place for you to explore and find loot. When you're in the bunker, you want to make sure you're staying alert because the chances of you dying in here are very, very high. There are many enemies in the bunkers and every single one of them wants to kill you. I won't explain the enemies though, because I feel that would ruin the surprise if you're playing the game for the first time. These bunkers are dark. Bring a flashlight or you will get lost. While going around, I recommend scanning every second so that you can see loot that maybe you wouldn't have seen beforehand. Grab as much loot as you can and try your hardest not to die with it. The more loot you have, the heavier you will weigh. You can see your weight here. The higher that number is, the slower you will be. If you're being chased, drop the heavy stuff and run. You can always find more. You don't want to waste a day because you died trying to be greedy. Get out as fast as you can or get away from what's chasing you and find more. When you feel like you have enough loot, you can leave by doing the same thing you did to land. Then you can go to a different planet or sell out the company building. Like I said before, I only sell when the company's buying at 100%, so I recommend you go to different planets to get as much loot as possible so that you can sell on the last day of your quota. When you are selling, you're going to want to go to the company building and bring all of your loot to the counter right here. When everything's on the counter, you want to ring this bell. Sometimes it takes a few rings to get the thing to come out and take your stuff, but eventually you'll get paid. Be careful. You don't want to ring the bell too many times. They don't like when you do that, but I'll let you figure out what happens when you do. Using this money, you will reach your quotas, and you use it to buy better gear and travel to different planets. Remember, I'm no expert when it comes to this game. If there's anything I left out, please let me know in the comments. Also, if you have any other questions, ask them in the comments and I will do my best to answer them all.